I am back. I did have to take a little bit of a break after I did the Division E match this morning. I was told by my housemates I had to do a few things that I wasn't expecting to. So here I am back, but this time I have company in the form of Brutal Pinkie Pie. Pink, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I'm tired, I'm sore, but I'm feeling good all in all. So yeah, I feel like more and more I want to do kind of co-casted games with people either who I know or who have like casted less and are trying to get into things. So I'm always happy to like have people on, and I know you're very interested in casting yourself soon and coming up soon hopefully. So Trial by Fire will throw you straight into things.
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Look,
Taking my
no
time.
worries about that. Because I got like really nervous first on doing things as well. Also, hi Iktar, hi Majesty. Hope you're both doing well today. But yeah, those are both kind of like, it's always difficult to start, so you may as well go and see what you're doing. So we have Zul'jin Distillery and team name. You said, well, you may be Division B, but you don't know much about these teams, is my understanding, correct?
That is very correct. I have seen the name of no team name. Was that correct?
It's just team name.
Oh,
There's
team
nothing,
name.
it's just
Okay.
team name, yeah.
Yeah, I've actually heard them before when they first like started out. I did happen to catch like a glimpse of one of their games, and I was really interested to follow them. Haven't had the time, but I'm really excited to be here right now to watch them.
And they may just not have had as many casted games, I don't know for certain. Also, welcome Leo, welcome to your first time you're seeing here. So, we do see that it is Garden of Terror and Cursed Hollow banned out by Zul'jin Distillery, who were last season's Division C champions. They won all out Division C, so they're bumped up. Team name banned out the Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya, leading us to Infernal Shrines. How do you feel about Infernal? Because I know well and truly how I feel about Infernal.
I feel like Infernal Shrines is one of those maps that either make or break you. So there's just a lot that could go on in Infernal Shrines. You never know what to expect. And sometimes you can just push the map, not worry about objective or focus the objective. So I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those maps there's a lot that could happen. So
as you start, once you start casting, you're gonna hate Infernal Shrines more and more.
Because it's popular.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
I will give it. I do enjoy playing it. I very much enjoy playing it. But wait, how many times have I done it this season? Exclamation mark Infernal. This is now my 21st time casting it this season. Which
That's
also,
a lot of
the command I have for that is grammatically incorrect, and Iktar hates it. Some people hate how grammatically incorrect I have it because it has casted Infernal Shrines 21 this season, not 21 times. So people aren't a fan of that. But without further ado, we are going to get into the game. You ready?
I am ready. Let's do this.
Hopefully this works, because I know it can get weird. Oh, it's appearing to be alright. So, can you introduce to us the side of Zul'jin Distillery who are on the left?
All right, we've got Duet on Johanna. We have Be Fresh on Takis. We've got Lead on Alexstrasza. We have Nutcracker on Hogger, and then we got Cowboy Kyle on Diva.
And on the other side of team name, we do have Bermuda B Midhure. I don't know actually how to say their name. On the Gazlo, Duff McWhalen is on that Greymane, yes. Leo Rice on Tyrael, Majesty on Rhaegar, and Double Life rounding things out with the Sylvanas. And you can see that there's already a positioning expecting Sylvanas cheese, but no Sylvanas cheese to start.
How do you feel about these comms?
I always don't know how I feel about Diva. I know this is the map where Diva is strongest because Nuke on the objective can get you a fairly good net positive amount of minions, because otherwise you're going to be having the enemy heroes eat a whole Diva Nuke. But having it in the 4-man is definitely interesting. I don't quite know where this will go, but I'd like to see how it does pan out for them. Definitely a more standard comp for team name.
Minus the Tyrael.
It's a tank. It is a tank.
More like a support.
He has Judgment and Sanct. I don't know where else where to go with that, but yeah. We do see there's better camp discipline so far from Team Name at least. They've already started their siege. Meanwhile, Zul'jin Distillery not quite sure. Nope, they are going to be doing bottom. I love when my overlay bugs and it doesn't show D.Va's talents. Ooh,
It's like they're gonna sit on the... Oh? Oh?
Okay, 2 kills, 3 kills. We do see that it is going to be Cowboy Carl and D left. Cowboy Carl goes down to Whip Hop straight. Does take out Teriel, but will be taken out themselves. And what was going to be a cheeky, quick take of their bottom camp turned backbite against Zul'jin Distillery. But as Ekdal said, and what I was going to mention is, we have two kind of different style comps here. One comp really wants to macro and can team fight very well. The other composition loves the objective. And Dragon Queen Alex, as well as D.Va Bomb on objective, is very hard to push into. And Comedy, and Cole can see Comedy Odin as well. Provided B-Fresh actually goes Comedy Odin, which, if they don't, Laser is definitely an interesting pick. But it should be a very hard time for Team Name to win these objectives.
Yeah, especially later on in this match, for sure. But if the 4-man is alone 4v4, I would imagine that Greymane and Sylvanas has an upper hand into like the D.Va, but D.Va does have match, so even if she loses it, she could trade higher into the scenario.
Yeah. D.Va, at least, I was say, yeah, D.Va has mech, doesn't actually have mech up, is going to be the problem. She doesn't have bomb yet, so she does need to work on that a little bit more. And interesting, Rhaegar has gone that single target kind of W build. So they're expecting Teriel to get very aggressive in these engages and actually get a lot of value out of that W. But there's Dragon Queen Alex, so what are we going to see this team fight here, Pinky?
Well, oh, you gotta go. You gotta do it.
I've got to do it. You want me to do it? Okay, because we do see that it is just going to be a few abilities trade out. They did actually wait out the Dragon Queen Alex. So B-Fresh goes down, and actually that's the main damage dealer of Zul'jin Distillery down. That is where this composition does struggle a little bit more. They have one strong auto attacker, but outside of that, it's double bruiser. Sure, Hogger can do a lot, but even Hogger can struggle sometimes because there's just a lot of upfront damage. Leo Rice teleports into what was an interesting spot at first, but does catch the Hogger on the way out, and now we see Cowboy Carl is the one in trouble, and they do go down as well. And even though there is such a strong team objective fight for Zul'jin Distillery, they were struggling in that team fight overall, but they have not quite found the objective. They're just one shy.
It's gonna be tough, especially early game, into those DPS. Ooh, specific.
And first Punisher is going to Team Name, and they actually have a frozen Punisher, so they may get a lot from this.
It could be kind of hard into, you said it's Auxiliary, Distillery? The name of the team that's on blue.
Zul'jin Distillery?
Distillery.
Distillery, like where you make alcohol.
Distillery.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha, thank you. Yeah, it looks like they, hope for late game with these combos that they have, but if this team, Team Name does keep pushing the way that they're doing, it could be kind of hard late game to bounce back from.
Well, late game may not be the case, because they got top pretty quickly, and now they got top 4 pretty quickly. Now top Keat does have a frozen Punisher running at it. They're not going to full commit to it. Looks like they're just going to back up. I would have liked to have seen them try get part of the gate as opposed to just doing camp, but it is their choice at the end of the day, and they've chosen just the safer play for themselves. But they do already have a 10 advantage up 2 levels.
It's looking pretty tough for Distillery.
Yeah, Distillery are going to be having a interesting time here, but would you like to tell us, Pink, what the 10s are for Team Name?
Yeah, we've got Greymane with Go for the Throat, We've got Sanctification for Tyrael, Bloodlust with Rhaegar, and we got Gravel Bomb with Gazlo, and then we have Wailing Arrow with Sylvanas. Ooh, it's gonna be kind of it's kind of dirty looking. I like it.
Ooh, no stun there from a Gravel Bomb. Couldn't quite find anyone. Sylvanas' back arrows are now down, and I do have to say I do like seeing Bloodlust. It's not often you see it. But
Correct.
I've found recently that more and more I've been seeing this combination of Tyrael Sanct plus Bloodlust Rhaegar, because you can invul and then with that extra attack speed as well. Any damage that you have taken does as well. So it also picks up Blessed Shield immediately, gets the stun out. We can see Unstop and Lifebinder used on them. Majesty and Leo does escape. Oh wow, double life up above, getting some damage, and Dothraki Wayland will rotate out.
Looks like they're gonna re-engage here at bottom.
Oh. Oh, B-Fresh gets low quick. That's the Bloodlust. And we do see it's Draken Laser Drill in the end, not the Commandeer Odin. There's Sanct.
Tyrael's really low. Tyrael goes down. Oh, but so does Hogger, and it looks like Johanna is also getting low. Oh, Greymane's really low. Oh, but he's gonna walk away. Oh,
No, he doesn't have a camp, finds him. Lid being ran down by Majesty. We do see it is the... I forgot Gazlo's name. Gazlo going down. Majesty does get found by the wave. The team does see him and now knows, oh, where are we going to catch up this dog? Oh, Majesty. Drops the turret to take the shots and gets out. God, I don't know.
They can still kind of chase him, but I don't know how much value you're going to get with this chase.
Nope, too late. The chase is done. Majesty escapes. That Rhaegar should have died. Gonna be honest. Thought Majesty was dead.
I think maybe if one had went around the right side to cut off the Rhaegar, they would have found the Rhaegar would have been dead, but unfortunately that was not the case.
Well, I guess the question is of where do you think Rhaegar's gonna run? Because I thought he's just gonna go to like this bottom left bush between Keep and Force and just like half, but I guess he would have been found guaranteed that way.
Correct. Yeah, he would have had to go through this middle fort regardless, either going north to either east. So he's could have cut him off.
Oh, Bermudo takes a lot of the shrine minions
Gazlo's
there, but Gazlo a little bit overextended. Drops the Gravo bomb out of like kind of panic almost and dies. Not much Gravo found, but we do see that his target's going down.
Diva starting to look kind of like, oh, she's going to be in trouble here in just a second.
Unfortunately, Diva was not able to use bomb in time, so she does go down. Lid keeps running. Dothraki Wayland, all the while Wayland on these two people, but does roll back out to start clearing the objective once again. And even with this objective comp that Zulj and Distillery have, they are struggling in these fights. Just it does seem a little bit disjointed compared to Team Name. They don't quite have that same kind of ability to fight on this objective. It just seems quite hard for them.
They also didn't, I don't think, had their Hogger in time. So, and the Gazlo was caught out, so it was technically an upper hand fight if the entire team was there, but unfortunately that was not the case for them.
I do like the blocking field from Leo. Just, no, you can't come here. Oh, didn't
hilarious.
Get the Punisher to jump the wall. That's unfortunate. There's the Punisher jump. Unstopped used by Joe. Nice. Double stun. Good slow after it. They have completed their subdue, by the way. They managed to get it done quite early on in the game. And we can also see that... I can't remember the talent. Elkshar's completed Abundance a little bit back. And Rhaegar's already at 245 stacks of their W talent at 1 as well. Also, Blessed Shield was just used, but to no avail.
Are they going to engage here? No, they decide to back up.
They considered it, but no. I like reading the message. I hop into stream right in time to see myself die. That's unfortunate, Bemidio.
That's what happened to me.
That's how everyone finds me. They're like, oh, they're casting my replay, and they just see themselves like lying on the ground dead. Like, oh. Never mind. 16 advantage through. What do you think that Zildjian Distillery needs to do to kind of get back in this?
They need to focus a little bit on the map, but unfortunately for them, because the other team does have the map advantage, it's going to be kind of hard to do. And there goes Alexstrasza. D.Va is looking very scary.
Very quick kill onto Alexstrasza.
They have to go for the throat, so... Oh, and their Sanctification. I don't know if it was really needed, but... I mean, I guess it didn't matter since they won the fight anyways.
Yeah, and now you're in a very good spot. If you're the side of Team Name. Because I imagine the objective is going to be called in the next 20 seconds or so. And that now that they've opened bottom, there is no well nearby the objective for the side of Zildjian Distillery to use. Nothing is up there. So they're going to have to fall back further, and they're still down 16, so they still need to get that before the objective is called.
Looks like the 5 of them on Team Name are running together at this point, so... Oh, and Johanna's going to go down and being blocked. That's holy ground,
that
correct?
blocking field does so well. Yeah, it's holy ground. Honestly, more people need to pick it, because in situations like that, where pathing does not know how to deal with it in the game, you're like, well, how do I live? And you don't sometimes. And we can see now, in that space of about a minute, they managed to get to 4 and keep.
It's going to be kind of tough for Distillery to bounce back from this. Unless they can get maybe them separated, like here's Gazla with the objective with the rest of them going to camp. If they can catch somebody off rotation. But, and they're going to have a fight before 20 here soon.
They're going to have to fight this objective. The objective
Correct.
is, in theory, objective is the place where Zildjian Distillery thrive. In theory, that's how it's going to work. However, how it goes is the big question. But they do have all their resources up. D.Va does have bomb up as well. And we can see that, once again, Zildjian Distillery are going to start the objective. Oh, Hogger did not get the infinite. And Dragon Queen Alex already popped. We just see DeWitt's taking a lot of the aggro. There comes a Shockwave Hogger, but that is a Gravel Bomb hitting a decent amount. And D.Va dies. No, she doesn't. Yes, she does before Met can drop.
Oh, and that Sanctification was just perfectly timed right.
Sanct, Bloodlust, and it's all over. They just run at them, and that was, once again, 4 kills out of the 5 heroes down. Nutcracker, the only one who survives, and Hogger is known for escaping things. Very fortunate for them. And we can see now push coming bot, and there will be a Mortar Punisher to follow them up soon enough.
I hate to say it, but I think this is definitely a draft difference. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate because the potential of distilleries and their comp is a lot of fun and could really work well.
You just saw Tyrael and Wit. I'm gonna put it out there. You did see Tyrael and go, nah, Tyrael's weird. They'll be fine. Right at the beginning.
Well, I was just saying that it's not meta, so it's
nice
different.
triple stun. The Punisher follows up, sorry,
God.
and that is a good, well, 3 kills in the end because of D.Va and Bomb went down.
John Cena.
I never considered setting up for John Cena to get the kills, but it worked out. Alright, let's have a look at talents and such. So, also welcome Obi onto the channel. Talents, anything stand out to you here?
Let me take a look. Yeah, something does stand out for me, and that's Johanna's level 1. They have like heavy on the auto attacks. I'm not quite sure why Johanna did not take blinds.
The thing is, neither am I. That was one of the major things I was going to point out as well. I do like Tychus picking up Relentless Soldier, considering there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of CC coming out. But really, the main thing is Johanna's level 1. Double blind there would have been amazing. Even Nor's like, geez, this. But I do like it for the most part. It's just that level 1 does make me question things.
Do you really think sizzling attacks was necessary? Because maybe, I mean, like, I don't know if this is like game changing or anything, but I feel like grenade build might have gotten more value this game into their comp. Perhaps.
Maybe the burst of grenade build would have helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because Rhaegar, Sylvanas, Greymane, they're all a bit squishier.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's where also Saint came in, where after getting that Saint down, the sustained damage that Tychus brings wasn't necessarily effective, and I also think that is another problem. They didn't have burst.
Yeah.
Zul'jin
I mean, they did get some. They did get some of their kills that were well done, but unfortunately, when they would get their kills, it was like the other team had even more kills. So it was unfortunate in team fight. I don't think I see anything other than potentially those two heroes that truly stand out with their builds, because like Greymane's isn't completely standard, but that build in particular into what they have is very strong. So that was a very, very good, build to just annihilate them. Overcharge capacity.
Yes, Hammers is 13 chat. Not 16, which what Nora is saying. It just don't listen to Nora. Nora is wrong in this instance. But I will quickly go over talents before we start looking at the next map. We do see Hogger 120k siege compared to the 74k of Gazlo, but very much it was a shared load of siege between team name, and they did just general have a good time with that push. But we do see Gazlo did have the most soak of 14k compared to Hogger's 15k for the side of Zul'jin. So, healing, Rhaegar did also out-heal, even with the Lightning Shield build, but there was that level advantage they did have had in the end, which means your healing numbers would be skewed more in your favor, as you do have that extra for 8%, 12% by the time we got to the end game. Hero damage, Sylvanas 62k, Tychus 51. What do you think the team of Zul'jin Distillery need for this next map? What do you think they should change up? Should they have first pick? Should they have map pick? What do you think we should have expected from them?
I think that seeing that they're taking like a niche comp or a something that is interesting, they need to map pick, because I'm going to assume that they're going to pull out something else that's going to be interesting, and they're going to need to use the map to their advantage for whatever comp they would like to use.
Pink, I need you to leave the game.
Oh.
I cannot start the next one until you leave it. Because the next map we have is going to be Sky Temple. Another one of those you see a little bit less, but still is a fun one nonetheless. Yep. I've just seen what B Medio is playing, and I'm like, yep. I was wondering when it was going to be broken out. How do you feel about TLV?
How do I feel about
the Lost
hero?
Vikings? Yes, because we're about to see those.
I thoroughly enjoy seeing them. I think they're hilarious. I grew up playing the game with my brother, and so seeing them in this game and seeing players play them and play them well, I love it.
I wish I could play Vikings well. They're one of those heroes where I've tried multiple times, but I just struggle every single time I try it. Spoilers, now we know they play TLV. You're going to find out eventually. Quiet, Majesty. Majesty, you're on the team. You know what was coming. Right. So, in the game we go. Introduce to us team name there, Pink.
Alright, team name. We have Majesty on Lieutenant Morales, Duff McWhalen on Falstaff, Leo Rice on Johanna, B Meduho, oh my gosh, on the Lost Vikings, and Double Life on Sylvanas.
You see why now I just like... I feel like I understand now why you're like, no, I don't want to save it, like, Call of Fights, because there's some more confusing names definitely around. But on the side of Zul'jin Distillery, we see DeWitt on Bavarian, Be Fresh, Vala, Cowboy Carl is there on the Kalefish, Led on the Brightwing, and all the way up top we do see Nutcracker is on the Malthael. I'm like looking at it, like it's I went Malfurion. That's not right. Malthael, yes. Also, thank you for following Mick SG. Micah's G? I don't know. A lot of damage coming out there. Not really any fight, but Varian does have that weakness of not being a real hero to level 4, so we can see the side of team name aggress into them. And very interesting, we're seeing a Lieutenant Morales. How do you... I kind of hope that there will be some shenanigans going on with Medevac. I pray we see some Medevac shenanigans.
I don't know if they really have anything for stem. The only thing I could think of that'd be hilarious is if they stem a Viking, but I don't think that's practical. So yeah, Medevac would be really fun.
DeWitt has been caught out, by the way. Will they live? Leo Rice wasn't able to get full body block, and we see the phase shift from Lead keeps DeWitt alive. Majesty's grenade nearly killed them. Majesty on rails never. I do not believe you, Majesty. Just look at my Twitch chat and just tell Majesty they're wrong. Also worth to say, like, inherently, I'll tell you this, but inherently these casts I do are a little bit more relaxed when they're just replays. I'm, like, fine, it's far more relaxed, you're not forced to do anything, you're not forced to, like, be more, like, proper or anything like that. I'm fine just shooting, like, actually having a chat about things and seeing how it goes. I'm not, like, always just gonna be focused on action. Like, I'll make fun of Majesty in chat, and Nor, specifically Nor.
Oh, Nor deserves it. He always deserves it.
I will always come back to it, like Leo Rice here got torn to take a decent amount of damage for the efforts, but I do not know about Kale Fist and kind of a blow-up composition here. Maybe when Lead gets critterized at level 16, but you're really wanting early picks when it comes to variant style compositions.
It's kind of interesting to see this Vala rotate up there with the mouth they have and put some pressure in top lane. I think that's really smart of them to do that, especially into the Viking.
I also, in general, like this strategy for Sky Temple. I like...
Goodbye, Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf's dead, unfortunate. I know people... One of my friends plays D, she's like, keep Eric alive. She doesn't care if the other two Vikings dies, as long as Eric gets to live. So Olaf doesn't. But what I would have liked to have seen is Zul'jin Distillery sit at top. They spent so much effort opening up this top 4. If they got top objective to shoot on it, they would have guaranteed got that. But now we have a case where they need to rotate up, deal with this bruiser camp, and they're still probably going to lose. They may lose top because of the push happening here from team name.
But it looks like Distillery does have more done on the map so far, so it's pretty okay for them to give this one objective, and it seemed to defend top fairly okay.
They're keeping up with Vikings is probably the most important thing to note. They're actually slightly ahead of Vikings currently. But it looks like top will go down guaranteed. No, maybe not. Okay, Majesty. Okay, good. I was like, maybe they shoot it 1 or 2 more times. Yeah, they got it.
And mid is almost down. Someone could almost sneeze on that.
Anyone but Nutcracker, apparently. Unfortunately, Malfoy doesn't have great building pressure.
Very nice CC trying to change. Oh.
I was watching it, their health bar just go up and down as Majesty's trying their best to keep alive with that beam. But that is... Morales out of energy now. We're seeing it quickly build up again. But we do need to see Duff McWhalen back up and Leo Rice being healed for what they can. But it looks like Zul'jin Distillery really want this top building.
If I was them, I'd be feeling the same way, that, especially like we were talking about with the Vikings and having potentially map control. If you just, you know, AFK for a little bit and you don't pay attention to them.
So I just noticed that Vala's auto attack stacks, and they're not that far through yet. They're only at 39 out of potential, 250. So they don't even have that first step complete. They're going to try for it. One big Viking such as Olaf, let's say, is pretty good for it. But they do really need to start hitting heroes more and getting stacked. Because the longer this takes for them, the worse it's going to be.
Oh, Eric, she found the Viking.
She found Eric. Eric's been told to go away. Oh, roll in by Duff McWhalen. DeWitt's looking for the kill now, but no. Unfortunately, they're already rotating away, and by that time, it was a little bit too late for them to get the taunt onto... I completely forgot his name. Felstad. Sky mirrored.
I guess top went down. I didn't even notice when top went down for Distillery.
They took it just after the objective phase.
Gotcha.
I said that was happening as well. Turns out my co-caster does not listen to me.
Oh, it's been sad. I don't listen.
Oh, Western Shield comes out. We do see the counter stun. There is going to be a fair amount happening. There's both stuns used by the Vala. Bright Wings out of Blink heals. Pyroblast has also been picked as a side note, as well as the Last Rites Malfail. And what do we see on the side of team name?
For team name, we've got Medevac. Ooh. And we've got False Out with the Mighty Gust. We got Johanna with Blessed Shield. We've got Play Again with the Lost Viking. And then, of course, we've got Sylvanas for Mind Control.
I like Mind Control a lot.
I do too. I always take Wailing Arrow.
I'm not a good Sylvanas. I'll give myself that. So my opinion on talents may be skewed towards this is fun, as opposed to I'm good at this. So I do like Mind Control, and it definitely leads into the... My mouse just went wild. Single target damage sometimes that she needs, and it looks like we're going into like that full AA single target build, and Brightwing unfortunately got found by the fishing hook, but Blink healed out.
Sylvanas might be going down here. Oh no, she's gonna get healed in time.
I was gonna say, heal and armor. I didn't see armor get used that fight, so I knew it was up. Yeah, it's very good single target healing here from Majesty. It makes things quite hard actually to kill. Really what needs to happen is Kalphis needs to get some good bombs off on the team and actually just spread a lot of AoE damage, because that's where Morales really starts to struggle. Double life.
And Sylvanas here is cut out. Johanna's going to be able to go back. That means blue team can just sit here and take this objective now.
Yep, Sylvanas teleported in. She used Haunting Wave, went in, tried to kill the Vala, but didn't have an escape.
Unfortunately for Distillery, though, we do have the case of the Lost Vikings just kind of running amok on the map.
Oh, I hate when I come down to the case of the Lost Vikings. It's so problematic every time.
Oh, KT didn't follow up with this stuff. He really needs to do a little bit more of that, and I think these taunt targets are going to have a hard time.
Yeah, I think, honestly, Kalphis has been a little bit impatient with the stuns. They're just kind of throwing them out. It really needs to be taunt, KT stun, all the damage under it. Oh, that Viking does not escape, right?
Bye,
Goodbye,
Eric.
Eric. No! Poor Eric. Where am I going? There they are. Siege camp picked up. We do see two of the Vikings doing Bruiser. Well, one standing to the side while the other one does Bruiser. I'm going to see camp is having to be given up by the side of Zulj and Distillery. Just seeing team name have it. Never mind, DeWitt went in. Pyroblast onto Duff McWhalen. Does have his shield. Ooh. Majesty dropped the ship to see if they can get them in there in time. But no,
oh, what was that?
The shortest flight in the west. But the Last Rites went on the wrong target. Majesty actually got a hit by it and not the Joanna. Very unfortunate Nutcracker didn't get a stack off there. But
maybe they were distracted from the
drop shit. Yeah. So I know why Medevac was dropped. They very much dropped Medevac to see if Falstar could get in it to dodge the Pyroblast. But unfortunately, with how late Majesty did it, they weren't quite able to pull off that plan. It'd be very interesting to see if... Oh, here comes the Medevac. No, it's just Duff McWhalen. Nice gust. The Tornado actually stops DeWitt from going too far, so they actually get bounced back in. That is going to be one Viking down. Duff McWhalen is getting healed up to full Majesty and double life having to back out.
I think the gust came too early.
You're calling the next objective team fight.
Okay, I will do my best.
Telling you that now. Giving you a warning to mentally prepare yourself, you know?
No, not Eric.
You... Wait, but never mind, they used recall. Eric did go down, but is immediately back. They tried to save Eric, but couldn't quite do so.
Alright, so we've got Boss pushing here in bottom lane on the side of Distillery. Right now, Distillery's looking very strong, and it looks like they're going to take medevac to, was that mid lane? Probably to come in here on this Malthael, but Malthael's going to be in big trouble. And he is caught out, even that unstoppable. Oh, if they had waited just a little bit longer, they could have had a fairy friend with them.
I wonder if it Blitz Shield was used here as well, but didn't quite find target. And now we have a position again where it's actually fine for Zul'jin Distillery to evenly trade this. Very hit on structures. They don't need to do anything rash at the moment. They can honestly just take their time. Like, we can see DeWitt stepped in, not needed, like, not necessary to do so. This building mid will, I think, will barely go down. Yeah, the 5th shot took it down. But now we can see a team fight brewing as, for the first time, Zul'jin Distillery, well, at least for the first time in this series, but Zul'jin Distillery does have a little bit of an advantage, but that talent advantage quickly disappeared.
And if they're going to rotate right down here, and oh, okay, they might not rotate down here into a team little fight. Well, we shall see what happens. Are they going to go south, or are they going to go around?
No, they're going to go for the Viking. Oh, they've
Oh, yeah, they know.
Good scout by DeWitt. And then they get it with grenade for their efforts. Oh.
Oh.
Balog went down, but Viking's going to call them all back.
And they are all down here in bottom lane. Well, some of them are rotating to mid at the top, but Johanna just tried to engage here on the enemy team, and it looks like she's getting haunted by the variant of Rain of Force has been used. Or, oh, sorry, just said it wrong. We're going to see Johanna. It looks like Varian is staying really hot into this engage, and if they don't get down that medevac, they're going to find them getting away just in time. Sylvanas unfortunately couldn't get inside the medevac.
Yep, Sylvanas cannot get in the van. No soccer practice for her. Oh, jump used by Bimidjo. Well, someone said how to pronounce. I should really go back and see how is it actually pronounced.
Which one?
The Viking player name.
Balog.
No, the Viking player's name.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Bimidjo is apparently how it's pronounced. Bimidjo? That doesn't make sense at all. I do not see that. Right. I saw what Noah just messaged, and I'm like, I could time out Noah right now, and I would not feel bad about it. I'm not saying it out loud. B-mid. B-mid was... Okay, I'm just gonna go big B-mid. You know what? B-mid is a good one. And we have another double ultra phase. Well, it looks like team name's going top. Zul'jin Distillery just gonna go mid. So, another trade, but again, Zul'jin Distillery is fine with that.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was team name, I would be trying to get in here to make something happen. Because at this point, if they keep trading, it's not going to go in their favor.
So, what are you thinking that team name needs to do? Because they're on the other foot now. What does team name need to do this match to kind of take it back? Because the Vikings, while have been working, hasn't really worked fully in their favor, because usually you'd expect a decent level advantage, but Zul'jin Distillery are doing well to mitigate that. They're actually a hit. Oh my god, that charge.
It's like Falstad just used Gus to get away defensively. We've got Johanna trying to run for her life at this point, and we find Eric being caught out and possibly getting away invulnerably. And it looks like they're going to be able to just walk away here. Unless Varian can get a taunt on a target. It looks like he found it on the Morales. And Morales goes down. There goes their healer. It's not something that team name needed right now.
But while that chasing was happening, we see there's a decent push top by top camp, and actually that keeper's gone. That very much helps.
And that's their wing con right there.
Not Zul'jin, team name. That very much helps team name in opening things up, making it easy for them. Oh, nice stuff. There's another stuff.
Getting... Oh no,
Will
but
of
it's
a
just the two of
Forsaken.
them, so this is not good for the Vala.
Vala loses a stack.
And now phase shift is down for at least another few extra seconds because of that. It's not what Vala needed.
Yeah,
and it looks like
but it's
getting the top.
I'd say it's exactly what Team Name needed, especially if DeWitt gets stunned here and there could be enough follow-up on it. Dimitro does have that Olaf stun at 16 as well, so follow-up there. And now we can see is Morales coming back. And it's going to be quite difficult for Zoltan Distillery to dislodge this team from this objective. Not objective, boss.
Team Name it looking low, so looks like they're healing up fairly well. Okay, right now though.
They need to find oh my god, someone's locking the door. You take over. Call.
Okay, it looks like Johanna. Oh, Mighty Gust has been used, and they're going to be able to cap this objective, and they're going to be able to walk away. That's definitely something that they needed to swing it in their favor on this map, and we're almost looking like we're tied out on the map because this boss is going to get a little bit of work on this bottom keep here. And then we see Team Name going ahead and taking objective, and while that's taking over here at mid, they're going to have to be split. So not only did they get this boss, but they do have this objective now in their favor. This is something that Team Name really needed to happen in order to swing this game around in their favor. Oh, we see here that Johanna wanted to force a fight, and it's a 5v4 technically right here, and Johanna almost goes down but doesn't quite make it. Falstad had a pyro on him, but that doesn't take him out. He's able to just barrel roll out of that and use his shield. Oh, and Sylvanas misses her ult, so there was no mind control used on any turret. There's the Mighty Gust. Balog does go down, but it is just a Viking, and they should be able to get that up. Yep, he's already back up, so... Oh wait, that's Olaf.
I realized I forgot to mute myself, like, in stream, so how much was actually heard from me just talking in the background to someone knocking at my door? I do wonder. Viking steals the cap just before...
Of course you would. The blue team is kind of getting low on their resources as far as Manas goes. Okay, so Brightwing will be going back so that she can fill back up and heal... Oh. She was stopped from being able to go back.
I was muted for you. I wasn't muted for anyone else. How much of it? How much could I be heard in the background? Is my question.
I didn't really hear too much.
Cool.
I didn't really hear anything. I was just focused on the stream. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe. Oh, I guess I heard you talking over top as well, which will make me quieter. What are they doing? Why do they all go up to that one exact spot?
Maybe they thought the other team was being cheeky, and so they wanted to check.
Maybe. Looks like we will be having a fight over this bottom cap coming up. Oh, taunt onto Joanna. Iron Skin used and killed immediately. We see Leo Rice being healed up by Majesty getting back up pretty healthy. Are they going to invade? What's going to happen? I'm just watching this going, will they commit?
Looks like Eric is pestering the back line here, trying to unmount people.
Oh, good luck catching up to Eric, man. Eric's so quick. Oh, never mind. Eric turned back around. Oh. Where did that Viking die? Oh, he died to the bruiser camp.
Top lane. Oh, and here's this objective that just came. Ooh,
Majesty
Morales.
is split from everyone else. We can see that Kalphus goes down above. The Unkillable comes out. Can they melt this in time to get the stun off? No, they cannot. And the wind tunnel comes into a very awkward corner for the team. That is going to be a kill onto Vala. Mind control hit onto the Malthael. Malthael not being able to kill. Push Q as a death sentence. Brightwing is getting low. We see no one stop death use. Brightwing does get to DeWitt. Makes him invisible for a little bit. Goes down. DeWitt now the one in trouble. Gets a little bit of a Q slow. But Eric is going to chase him to the ends of the earth.
He's just running right next to him. Oh, he just runs fast. It looks like for Team Name, they can actually just go ahead and push in bottom keep and potentially end here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's that. Unfortunately, everything that just transpired into their win was what they needed.
Oh, Varen gets hit with one last mind control just to end the day off. They do get a taunt onto the Sylvanas, but 2 ejectors going straight into the core plus 4 people on there. It's a little bit too much for the side of Zul'jin Distillery to deal with, and Team Name takes it at the end of the day. GG's.
GG.
What am I being yelled at by Twitch chat for?
Oh, I already exited out.
Oh my god. Yep, I can see PiNkblAcKoUt has left the game, huh? Right, I guess I'm gonna be cool, like, saying how this end game went. So, in terms of talents, let's start with talents. We do see 140k. Wow, that's not even correct. 140 stacks on the Vala quest, 134 on Valstar. So Valstar having almost as many Qs as Vala had auto attacks throughout that game. Gale Fist, 38 Globe, so it was feeling pretty healthy. In terms of things that stand out, interesting to see we do have mortality with Massacre. I do like the combination itself, but that's not a very tanky team. You have Vikings who are all pretty low health. Joanna is the only one who really that 8% can make a big difference on. Like, yeah, sure, 8% is 8% at the end of the day, but for these squishy heroes, I'm wondering if just more Qs would have been easier. I did like the flamethrower on Calfist, so PiNkblAcKoUt could try playing a little bit safer at the end, but the pressure that came out was just a bit too quick, especially when you have things like Wind Tunnel, the ever-present Wind Tunnel, making things much more difficult for your team. In terms of stats, we do see that it was Malphite 115k soak compared to the Vikings 156, Siege. Their soak was 16k compared to 36k from the lost Vikings. So definitely did work.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, very big difference. And we can see it did help. Thank God they did have that, because there were some lower soak numbers on the team, like 5k from Sylvanas and 6k from Falstad, but more than enough made back by the lost Vikings. In terms of hero damage, Falstad 60k. Varian actually had the most hero damage in the game on 64,000. And we can see healing, Brightwing 123k compared to Majesty's Morales 85. How did you feel about that series at the end of it?
I really thought for a second there we were going to go to a game 3, but I mean, good for Team Name. They were able to pull it out in the end and win a domination.
Back to my curse of only having 2 O's that I cast. It's never anything else. It's only 2 O's.
That's the enjoyment.
That's the Lime curse.
Yeah.
Not even a caster curse. It's just my curse. Only like 2 O's or 3 O's, depending if it's best of 2 or best of 5. I can't remember the last time I casted like a full 5-map best of 5 series.
Are we able to take like a 2 minutes before we get started?
Oh yeah, no, I was going to say we can throw it over to a break for the next one. And I'll tell you when we are on break and unmuted and such, but it was a very good series by both Zul'jin Distillery and Team Name. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the next series organized so we can jump into that. So I'll go on break while that happens, get things set up on our end, and I guess have a drink, have a bite to eat while you wait, chat, and we'll see you soon. When I remember how to push my buttons and actually change to the screen that says be back soon instead of just sitting here awkwardly. One of the two will happen.